Hi, I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's tap video, I want to give you some tips to help your tap. So let's get to it. All right, so first off, I think one important thing is weight distribution. And what I mean by that is it is important, one, to be equally distributed with your taps on your right side as it is on your left side. And yes, while some of us are dominant on one side or the other, it's important to know, one, which side that is. I've talked about this in videos before, but also your front taps your front tap sounds need to be equal with your heel sounds. One can't be heavier than the other, especially if there's a step that requires both sounds to be equal. So a good exercise for this is when you're tapping and doing an exercise, tap, tap, heel, heel, tap, tap, heel, heel. That's a good time to make sure that all four sounds are getting an equal level of sound and weight. Tap, tap, heel, heel, tap, tap, heel, heel. Another good sort of brain teaser to help you with that is alternating right and left and tap and heel. So you could do your right tap and your left heel, and then your left tap and your right heel. So tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel. You could also move it out a little bit as you're doing it. So you could do tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel. Not too much because you don't want to overextend yourself. And then bring it back in. Tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel, tap, heel. So you could just practice that exercise, get it faster and faster, and then, like I say, it's a good brain teaser to make you go think right and left and backwards and forwards, and that'll help your weight distribution when you start doing other kind of steps. All right, bending your knees. Bending your knees is so crucial in tap. That's kind of the whole thing with tap. You've got to bend your knees and be over your taps. If you don't bend your knees, you really have nowhere to go. You can never do flaps. You could never do shuffles. You couldn't ever do Broadways. I mean, there's really no step you can do with stiff knees. So you've got to really think about bending those knees, being over your taps, which is why I've said this in so many videos. I like heel taps for women. Men just sort of have to deal with it because they're in flat taps. But I think it gives it a lighter, more pleasant look. But if you like flat taps, I think you just have to work a little harder to really bend those knees and get over your taps. Enough said. Moving on. If you take a tap class, be sure you get in one that gives you technique and tap combinations, because if you just go to one that's like, hey, we're just gonna have fun, we're just gonna do a bunch of tap combinations, that's great, but I don't think you ever learn the foundation of tap. I do give a lot of combinations on this channel, but I also try to give a lot of individual tap steps and break down tap steps for you, so that you learn the foundations of tap. And then we can have fun with the combinations. But I'm also not a full-fledged, online tap class. If you go to tap classes, make sure they are giving you, breaking down fundamental dance techniques, giving you floor exercises, whatnot. And then you can have fun with tap combinations, because that is fun to, just tap and have fun with it. All right. Another thing that's really important is breaking down a tap step very slowly and then building up the speed, because that's another thing that's fun with tap, is going fast. We all like to hear the sounds and the rhythms very fast. Going slow isn't fun. It's tedious, but you have to have those sounds very clear and very concise slowly, because when you get going fast, the sounds are going to be garbled if you didn't learn it slowly first. So taking just a simple step like triple time step, every tap step has a distinct rhythm. And if you never learned your brushes clearly and slowly on each foot, brush, 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 and you sometimes like miss the sound, or it's a scraping, or it's not clear, and then when you move that up to a shuffle, and the same way on this foot, your shuffles, if your shuffles aren't clear, then you're never going to get the timing of that triple time step. So that's what I mean. All your building blocks have to be there before you build up to more difficult steps. Another thing I think is so important, if you are just taking tap for fun, that's fine. Just go take a tap class and have fun and do your thing. If you are in musical theater and you want to be in performing, and tap is one of the things you're taking, but you think, I just want to take tap, that's fine. But if you are going to be in other things, it is so important to take other kinds of dance, whether it be jazz, ballet, both of those would be great, and add tap to your routine. Because as a full, well-rounded performer, the whole body needs to be engaged. You can't just concentrate on the tap sounds. Everything needs to be there. Your core, your presentation, your posture, when they start adding arms and turns and leaps and other things. It's one thing if your taps sound great and clear, but if everything else is slumped over, your turns aren't great, then you're not going to be much of a full, well-rounded tap performer in musical theater or something like that. So just keep that in mind. All right, I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.